Welcome back to another dimension with Chef Simon. Today we are going to be making a dish that I made last week that I was planning for this week. So basically it's going to be bacon fried cabbage. 3 ingredients plus an onion and then some salt and pepper. First, the prep work. We gotta chop, chop, chop. I'll just go ahead and make this easy. And so now that our prep work is done, let's go cook. And so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and cook up our bacon in a very hot pan. So this is thick cut bacon. It's not really like your regular cheesy store-bought bacon kind of thing. Even though there's fat in it, we want as many drippings as we can. So I have a way to do that. So I got the bacon in a medium-high heat pan, and it starts off like this. So we're just gonna, we want it to get a little further along before I start with adding the lid. This is gonna help retain a lot of the moisture and release a lot of the drippings. Here, another dimension, we love bacon. So it's already starting to release a lot of the liquid. And this is the first stage because it's gonna, the liquid at the bottom is gonna tend to want to dry up. It's not really just the rendered fat yet. So we'll get there. All right, so we're a little further along. So what I usually do is I start off on medium-high heat. Now I'm gonna crank the heat up to high, and I'm gonna go ahead and just add the lid for like a minute or so. That condensation is gonna build inside the pan, inside the lid of the pan. The bacon's gonna cook faster and it's gonna crisp up faster. And now as you can see, I got a lot more fluid in here, which is what I want. That way it doesn't dry out. The drippings is the key because the next step is the onions in here. We're gonna saute the onions with it. Get the onions, you know, looking kind of brown. And then we add the cabbage. But first we're gonna remove the bacon. Oh yeah, and I am using Hempler's uncured bacon. Hempler's, if you want to go ahead and sponsor me, that would be nice. And we are almost there. Pretty much the water has evaporated, and now we're rendering the fat. Now it's the good stuff. And so here we are with my little lid on, lid off method. We got the bacon. It's going to be hecka crispy once I drain it. And look at all those drippings. Exactly what we need. So now we're going to take the bacon out, put it on a plate that's got some paper towels on it to drain it, and then we'll start with the onions. And here's our bacon. And now it's onion time. Where are you? Don't be afraid of a little splatter. And as you can see, just like that, literally, I mean, it took maybe a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes to get the onions looking how you want it. All right, so here comes the process of adding the cabbage. And this whole thing of cabbage is gonna go in here and it's gonna wilt down as we go along. If I can make it in the pan. With it, and we'll just start with like little batches like so, and then we'll just let it do its thing. It's gonna start to break down. When it comes down a little bit, we'll just add a little bit more. I like to cover all my, if I can see the bottom of the pan, I like to cover. So you may be saying, geez, Chef Simon, that's a lot of cabbage. Well, here in another dimension, we live in the land of plenty. And that's it. This cabbage is done. Just how I like it. I added the salt and pepper to it. Give it a little bit more stirring. Turned off the heat. And now we're going to add the bacon. And so now we generously add our crispy bacon. Put it right back in here. No more so left behind. Crank that sucker up. Give it a nice stir just like this. Oh yeah, you need to make this at home. Everybody needs to make this at home. And there you have it. Want to taste? Let's taste some. This looks so good. And so here we are, here in another dimension, making another dimension foods with our bacon fried cabbage. Give it a little taste. The way you don't want the cabbage to get too mushy. It still has a little al dente to it, just a little bit. It's not like crunchy or anything. Salt and pepper, the right amount. How much salt and pepper? That much. The bacon's crispy. It's, some people serve this as a side. For me, everything is the main. So just make it. Anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks for being here with me, Chef Simon, in my home, in another dimension. Please see me on YouTube, at Simon in Another Dimension. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell icon. Tell all your friends I'm trying to grow this channel. And I will see you next time.